Hello, this is Johnny Henson, Professor Poole. Today is a real simple drill that I'm going to show you. It just involves making four squares of paper, and you're going to start out by putting them pretty far apart in the center of the table. And what you're going to do is shoot all four balls that are about a diamond away from each corner, and you're going to move your cue ball into the center of those four squares. And then after you master that, then you're going to move the squares a little closer and you're going to try it again until you do that. And then in the end, you can put almost all four squares together. The beauty of this is you can take this to your local pool hall or wherever you play league, and this becomes a really, really good drill. And a lot of pros say, if I'm ever in doubt on where my cue ball is going to go, I want to leave my cue ball in the center of the table. Well, this is you practicing bringing your cue ball to the center of the table. So this is a real excellent drill. So to start this drill, what I would do is start with the four pieces of paper pretty far apart in the center of the table. That gives you a really big target area in the middle of the table. I like to start students like this because I think it's important to build confidence. I think you should do some of these shots one rail back to the center, and others I think you should try to play two rails back to the center because in actual game situations, you may have balls in your way, so there may not be a direct path back to the center of the table. And so sometimes you can do this. Sometimes you can, basically, do some inside English and actually, pull it to the short rail. And so you can get pretty elaborate with this drill, and it really mimics a lot of what I call real game situations. But this is something I really want a lot of you to kind of understand that professionals say if there's any doubt where my cue ball is going to end up, I'm going to bring my cue ball back to the center of the table. Well, that's the purpose of this drill is to bring that cue ball back to the center of the table. So after this shot, there was an example that we went two rails to bring it back to the center. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be moving the pieces of paper closer together. So now this is going to give us even a smaller target. Okay, so now the difficulty is going to go up, and so now we're going to have to be even more precise. So there's an example of a one rail back to the center of the table, and and then what you want to do is on these is try to do one rail and try to do a lot of two rails because I personally find going two rails back to the center of the table to me is many times easier than trying to control my speed just going one rail. And so mix it up a little bit and have some fun with it. I find this a really fun drill. And what I really love about this is, you can take this to almost any table you're playing on. It could be your home table, it could be the table that you play at your local pool hall, or it could be the table that you play on league. This is an excellent drill. Let's say that you're in between league matches and there's a table off in the corner somewhere. Well, then just take your four pieces of paper and go over there and have some fun and just see how close to dead center can I leave the cue ball each time. And so anyway, yeah, I find this a very fun drill, very enjoyable. That's an example of a one rail coming back to the center. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how close this can get. This is an example of putting all four pieces of paper uh, together, which is smaller than a piece of notebook paper. And now, when you're able to leave your cue ball on top of that, you're smoking. So have some fun with this drill and have a nice day.